Have you ever experienced feeling that you're not as good as others and you'll be found out anytime? Imposter syndrome is something many people struggle with. It is a cycle of feelings where someone feels insufficient about their achievements and carries self-doubt about themselves. On the other hand, just like having imposterism, introverts tend to be their own critics wherein they often ignore external feedback, regardless of how constructive and optimistic it is. Moreover, introverts are more sensitive and prone to manifest negative feedback, which only builds up their self-standards. It's very exhausting when you always internalize every part of your work and every discussion activities you have to take. Many of the introverts are likely to have experienced a touch of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome can affect everyone whether they are introverted or extroverted. Suffering from it is most likely attributed to some individuals who don't quite fit with conventional roles and societal norms. Introverts can often feel like they are frauds because they spend a lot of time pretending that they are extroverted just to fit in. So when they accomplish their goals and recognition, they manifest that the role they are given is not their true selves. Hence, the feeling of being found out. They forget how hard they work and the effort that they put into their achievements and are just merely a result of their determination, as if like the credit belongs to someone else. Being in the majority increases the possibility of suffering imposter syndrome. If your working environment is more advantageous to extroverts, as an introverted person, there is a higher chance of you feeling like you're out of place and that you don't belong. Because imposter syndrome is something that you're not free to talk about when you're suffering from it, you may think that it's just you. But remember, you are not alone. The experience of having imposter syndrome is more likely a result of experiences from early years. There are many misunderstandings about what introversion is, and many people think that because someone is introverted, they are shy, lack confidence, and are socially withdrawn. Because of these misunderstandings, some parents try to bring introverted children out of themselves. They push them to be more like their extroverted siblings. This indicates that the child is not worthy enough, and they end up believing this. Over time, the effects of imposter syndrome can cause anxiety, stress, depression, and other emotional issues. It can easily affect your confidence and self-esteem. Others always strive for perfection and put pressure on themselves, trying to overcompensate by working excessive hours. This only makes matters worse, going from meeting to meeting, activity to activity, without internalizing and pausing to examine their thoughts. This will lead to guessing themselves in meetings, using apologetic language, and by the end of the day, feeling too exhausted to fully engage with their families and loved ones. The more we make ourselves busy, the easier it is to not give thinking and reflective space on our own. As an introvert, it is beneficial for you to allow and give yourself time that will make you reflect on every work that you do, because being in certain environments and situations can be overstimulating. We need to address these thoughts and feelings before they develop into emotional problems that may lead to depression. To overcome this and get back in control, give importance to your life that you know you deserve. Plan a time that you will be able to think thoughtfully and internalize positive things into your day. Make and protect your scheduled time and consider it as a meeting in your calendar so your team will not interfere and put other appointments in the time slot allocated. Use that time to think about what you are thinking about. This doesn't mean spending the time contemplating your worries. Don't organize consecutive meetings. Back-to-back meetings and activities won't do any good physically, mentally, and emotionally. A lot of us have been working from home and they tend to attend more back-to-back meetings. People must think that because you no longer have to travel to attend meetings on time, they can cram more in. At least when traveling to and from meetings, you have time to pause, think, and reflect on what you've done and what you want to do in the future. Whereas with virtual back-to-back meetings, people hardly take a break, even getting the time for a bathroom break. If you have no control or influence over the way meetings are planned, make sure you have time where you can recharge and reflect throughout the day. Think positive about the day ahead and prepare yourself mentally for it. Reflect and utilize what you learned from the previous day, how it went, and how you responded to certain things. Give yourself a balanced assessment and emotional check, and carefully manage your emotions for the day ahead. Writing your thoughts down in a small journal is great for self-reflection and increasing your self-awareness. It helps you to get a better understanding of yourself and to separate the rational from the irrational and the truth from the untruth. Make sure you have preparation time. Before your meetings or other engaging activities, preparation time is the key to overstimulating your environment. Speaking engagement in meetings is one of the biggest challenges for a lot of introverted leaders. Yet many don't give themselves enough preparation time because they are so busy. However, by preparing in advance, you will reap the benefits. Whether it is a one-on-one meeting or a board meeting, preparing in advance enables you to do a lot of your thinking beforehand, and you will not feel pressured throughout. This makes it easier to respond to those on-the-spot questions, to feel confident, and to exude presence. Allow positive energy into your day. Every challenge you face withdraws your energy, resilience, and a little bit of your faith. Once your positive energy is depleted, pessimism slowly begins to creep in and take hold. Whether we are depleted in energy, we are most likely to have irrational thoughts that limit us. What are the things that help you energize during your day? Developing and maintaining positive energy involves more than merely thinking about happy thoughts. It is the anticipation of good, and it is the belief that all things, situations, and difficulties will work out favorably in the end. If your life feels like you're always busy, always on the go, doubting yourself, and experiencing imposter syndrome and a lack of confidence, maybe it is time for you to fire up yourself by giving some thought to what you think about. Imposter syndrome may be difficult to deal with, but we introverts can rest easy knowing that we are not alone.